Most people plant strawberries and end up with almost nothing. A few leaves, maybe one or two tiny fruits, and then they give up and say, strawberries are too hard. But here's the thing, strawberries are actually one of the easiest plants to grow heavy harvest from. The problem was never the plant. The problem is that nobody told you how strawberries actually work. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm walking you through 8 steps that will completely change the way you grow strawberries. Whether you're using pots, raised beds, grow bags, or open ground. Let's get into it. Step 1. Understand how the plant thinks. Before you touch a single pot of soil, you need to understand one thing. Strawberries are not like your regular garden plant. They don't just grow upward and produce fruit. They spread, they multiply, they build systems. A strawberry plant produces runners, long arms that stretch out and create new plants wherever they touch the ground. Most people either cut them off in panic or completely ignore them. Both are mistakes. Runners are how one plant becomes 10 and how 10 plants become a full harvest machine. Strawberries also have very shallow roots. This means they don't need deep soil, but they do need loose, soft, well-fed soil. Compact, hard soil kills their momentum fast. Soft, rich soil, that's where they explode. Step 2. Pick the right type. Not all strawberries behave the same. There are 3 main types you need to know. June-bearing varieties dump all their energy into one big harvest window. It's impressive, but short. Ever-bearing varieties spread their production across the whole season in smaller waves. Day-neutral varieties just keep going as long as the conditions are right. If you want fruit for weeks and months, not just one burst, go ever-bearing or day-neutral. These types keep the plant producing instead of shutting down after one round. Also, and this matters more than people think, start with healthy plants. Look at the crown, the central growing point right at the base of the leaves. It should look firm and clean, not brown or mushy. A strong crown means everything else follows naturally. Set up the right space. Here's the good news. Strawberries don't care where you grow them. Pots, grow bags, raised beds, hanging baskets, vertical towers, they'll work in all of them. But the environment inside that space has to be right. The soil must drain well. Strawberry roots sitting in wet, soggy soil will rot. No exceptions. Use a mix that holds moisture without locking it in. Compost for nutrients, something like cocoa coir or perlite to keep it light and airy. Give each plant room to breathe. Packed plants trap moisture, block airflow, and invite disease. Spacing them out properly lets sunlight hit the leaves and flowers directly, which is exactly what drives fruit size and sweetness. And speaking of sunlight, 6 hours minimum of direct sun every single day. No compromise here. Sun equals sugar. Sugar equals sweet strawberries. If your spot doesn't get that, move your containers somewhere that does. Plant them correctly. This one simple mistake wipes out more strawberry harvest than anything else. The crown of your plant, that central growing point, must sit exactly at soil level. Not below the soil, not sticking high above it, right at the line. Bury it too deep and it rots. Leave it too exposed and the roots dry out. Get it right and the plant thrives from day one. After planting, water consistently. Shallow roots lose moisture fast, especially in containers. Keep the soil evenly moist, not soaking wet, not bone dry. Think of it like a wrung-out sponge. That's the sweet spot. In the first weeks, the plant is building its root system underground. Growth above the soil might look slow. That's fine. The foundation being built below is what will power everything that comes next. Feed them regularly. Strawberries produce fast. Flowers, fruit, runners, constantly. That level of output burns through nutrients quickly. If you're not feeding them, you're limiting them. In early growth, the plant needs nitrogen to build its leaves and structure. Once flowers start appearing, shift your focus to potassium and phosphorus. These drive flowering, fruit development, and the sweetness in every berry. Compost, compost tea, or a gentle liquid fertilizer all work well. The key is consistency. Small, regular feeds outperform one big dose every few weeks. Think of it like keeping a fire burning steady rather than dumping all your fuel at once. Every flower on that plant is a potential strawberry. Give it what it needs to turn every flower into fruit. Step 6. Manage energy on purpose. This is the step that separates people who get a handful of berries from people who get bowls full. Strawberry plants can't do everything at full strength at the same time. Fruit, leaves, and runners all pull from the same energy source. If you let the plant run wild doing all three, production drops. Early on, remove the flowers. Yes, I know that sounds backwards, but letting the plant focus on roots and leaves first means it comes back stronger and produces far more fruit over time. Once the plant is settled, let the flowers go. Then turn your attention to runners. If you want bigger individual fruits, remove the runners so the plant stays focused. If you want more plants and more long-term production, root those runners intentionally and let your patch expand. You're not fighting the plant here, you're directing it. Step 7. Protect your flowers in developing fruit. Once heavy flowering starts, the work becomes about keeping the process moving cleanly. Every small white flower is a strawberry in waiting, but it needs to be pollinated to get there. Outside, bees and insects handle most of this. In covered spaces or indoors, help things along. A gentle breeze, a small fan, or even lightly brushing the flowers with your finger is enough to move pollen between blooms. Good pollination gives you evenly shaped, full-size fruit. Poor pollination gives you small, lopsided, underdeveloped berries. As fruit starts forming, water becomes critical. Don't let the soil dry out. Even one dry period during fruit development can shrink your berries or kill the flavor entirely. Keep moisture consistent right through to harvest. And keep the fruit off wet soil. Low-growing strawberries are vulnerable to rot if they're sitting on damp ground. Lay down a bed of straw, dry leaves, or wood shavings under your plants. It lifts the fruit, keeps it clean, and holds moisture in the soil longer. Simple step, big difference. Don't rush the harvest either. A strawberry that looks red but hasn't fully deepened in color yet will taste flat. Wait until the berry is fully colored, slightly soft when you press it gently, and coming off the stem easily. That's when the flavor is at its peak. Harvest right and keep the cycle going. Harvesting strawberries isn't an ending. It's a signal. When you remove ripe fruit, the plant reads it as a cue to produce more flowers and more fruit. You're not depleting it, you're encouraging it. The more consistently you harvest, the more consistently the plant delivers. Pick in the morning when the fruit is cool. Use scissors or pinch the stem just above the berry. Don't pull the fruit directly or you risk damaging the plant in the next round of flowers attached nearby. And remember what started all of this: the runners. Manage them with intention. Root them into new pots or new spots in your bed. Over time, your one original plant becomes 5, becomes 10, becomes a full strawberry system that produces more than you can keep up with. That's the real goal. Not one good season, a system that keeps giving. Strawberries don't need you to do complicated things. They need you to understand them. Feed them well, give them light, manage their energy, and they will keep producing for you season after season. If this helped you, hit like and subscribe. I put out videos like this regularly, and I don't want you to miss them. Drop a comment below and let me know. Are you growing in pots, in the ground, or somewhere else? I read every single one. Happy planting. Go get those berries.